Hi everyone! In this video, we'll try to find the answer to the question, what is Kanban? Let's begin. We spent a lot of time and effort to find a good definition of Kanban. In the end, we decided to simply provide you with all definitions from popular resources. You can stop the video and familiarize yourself with them. In our opinion, all of them are complex and difficult to remember. Therefore, we decided to write how we answer this question without fancy words. Kanban is a development method or framework often used in an agile methodology. Its main artifacts characteristics are the Kanban board and work in progress limit. A simple and clear definition, which needs an explanation of key terms. First of all, the term agile. If you watched our previous videos, you remember that we classified Kanban as an agile development methodology. This doesn't mean that it is designed or built in agile. Almost every article emphasizes that the Kanban method was inspired by the Toyota production system. It has its origin in the late 1940s when the Toyota Automotive Company implemented a production system called just-in-time. And it is interesting from a historical and general educational point of view. But from the perspective of software development, it is more important to understand that Kanban is specifically adapted to agile development. And this means that agile values, principles, and characteristics apply to it, such as self-organizing cross-functional teams, incremental and iterative development, use of user stories, or daily meetings. We have a separate video about the agile methodology, so we won't stop on the common artifacts. Instead, let's get familiar with the Kanban board and WIP limit. We like the definitions Atlassian provides the most. According to a Kanban board is an agile project management tool designed to help visualize work, limit work in progress, and maximize efficiency. And the work in progress limits are the maximum numbers of cards that can be in one column at any given time. These are practical concepts, and it's better to discuss them with examples. Let's start not with the Kanban board, but with the website. We have a simple online store. The first version of it is already in production, and real users can buy products. The development will be with the help of Kanban. Let's take a look at the Kanban board. So, what does a Kanban board look like? First of all, it has columns. Kanban is a framework, which means that each team determines which column it needs, like to do, dev in progress, on hold, dev done, ready for testing, in testing, testing done, ready for release, done, and many others. To simplify our video, we'll have only 5 columns. Secondly, we have requirements in the form stories. All of them are in the first column, backlog. Stories should be sorted according to priority. At the very top is the most important story, should already be groomed and ready for development. The next 3 columns, in progress, testing, and deployment, should have work in progress limits, 2, 1, and 2 respectively. What does it mean? As we can see now, the in progress column is empty. This means that the developers can take the first 2 stories into development. They can't take more stories because the work in progress limit is 2. In place of the stories removed from the backlog, new stories with the highest priority are added. The development of the second story lasted 3 days. The developers have done their magic and submitted the story for testing. Now they have the capacity to take 1 more story into development. They again take the story with the highest priority, and the new story is added to the backlog as the highest priority. Developers work on 2 stories while testers test 1. When the testers have tested, they move the story to the next column, deployment. The fact that the deployment column has a work in progress limit of 2, it does not mean that exactly 2 stories are needed in order to release them. If the team believes that the story is complete and deserves to become an increment, they can deploy only 1 of them for production. As a result, users will receive a new feature, and they will be able to use it actively. Due to the release of a new increment, the version of the product will change, and it will become 1.1, and the store will go to the Done column. The Kanban is an ongoing process, so the work continues. Tickets are moving from column to column. When something is present in the deployment column, team decides if the feature is worth to be deployed. If not, then it waits for the next ticket. In our example, there is a limit of 2 tickets, so when the second ticket will be in the deployment column, the second increment should be released to the end users. Work flows continuously through the system instead of being organized into distinct time boxes. Scrum sprints have start and stop dates, whereas Kanban is an ongoing process. Kanban boards are more flexible with regard to tasks and timing. Tasks can be reprioritized, reassigned, or updated as needed. We hope that our visualization of the Kanban process will help you understand the meaning of the theoretical words of Kanban definitions. It was a very simplified, happy path development process. In fact, the Kanban methodology has its pros and cons, about which entire books have been written. But that's a topic for another video. And that is our answer to the question, what is Kanban?